Hey guys, so I have been wanting to make a video series for a while to talk about my testimony and how I got into entrepreneurship and what prompted me or what the basis of my book Reignite Your Vision is about. And so I wanted to talk about that. And so I wanted to do a video series. I want to do a few because I have to make them short. So I want to do a video series and I want to go into how I got into entrepreneurship, how God called me. And so what happens is many times God will be calling us out, to do something, and fear will jump in the way. Or we think he has to sound a certain way, or that he tells us to do something like what everybody else is doing, when he could be telling you to do something completely different. Be open to different avenues that God will come down. And so recently I have been seeing the hand of God because I had been doing content on Facebook for a long time. Now, I wasn't a content creator. I just enjoy Facebook. I just enjoy the followers I have. I like to talk to them. I have met a lot of people, and so I just enjoy doing that. And so Facebook monetized me a while ago, probably 6-7 months ago, and I had not made any money. I was like, why would they say they're going to monetize me and I've not made any money? And what it was is I wasn't creating enough content. They actually want to help you, so they will tell you respond to comments. And so many times I didn't respond. I would react because it would be a lot of comments, and many times I'm at work, and so I don't think about it. So then when I decided I'm going to take this seriously and I'm going to respond to comments, like literally type out a response, that was when I started to see their response. And so now I understand that. So I have been an entrepreneur for 13 years. So I have been living by faith for 13 entire years. And that is a very long time to not have had a check. But because people look at checks a different way, right? So that is a long time to have been just out here living by faith. Because I tell you, when everything shut down, a lot of people closed. I didn't close. My faith has always been in the Lord. And I felt like if this is what he called me to do, then he's going to make it so that I don't fail. And so that's how it was. And so when I was called out into entrepreneurship, I worked at a title company, and that was a job. I had never had a manicure before. I had never even had nails before, a pedicure. I had no interest in anything beauty whatsoever. And it was shocking when I had a dream. So what happens with me, now this is me, everybody may not have dreams, I do. So God gave me a dream. He gave me a dream that I was a nail tech, and it was the weirdest dream. I still remember it. I was a nail tech. I was serving all these people. I was doing nails, and I woke up from that dream. It was a very vivid dream. It was a very lucid dream, so I could remember everything about it. At that time, I was taking a class at church about dreams, visions, prayer, and all that kind of stuff. So I immediately wrote the dream down in my notebook that I kept on the side of the bed. That's important. Keep a notebook, keep a pen on the side of your bed, because if God gives you a dream, when you wake up, you want to get it while it's still fresh. You don't want to forget anything. You need to write down if it's daylight, if it's dark, whatever it is, because all that stuff matters. It makes a difference. So I wrote this dream down. I wrote it down in my notebook, and I kept thinking about it, and I was like, I'm going to go and view a nail school. And I just want to do a tour, because I felt like, all right, I need to figure out why I'm having these dreams. So it was 2 dreams. One of them was about being a nail tech, and the other dream was about serving. And so I didn't know how to place those dreams. At the same time that I was having those dreams, I got an email from an old co-worker named Joan Newcomb. Joan reached out to me, and she asked if I wanted to go and to take her place having a free pedicure. I said sure, because who doesn't want a free pedicure? It just so happens that she needed someone to take her place as a model at an upscale spa to have a free pedicure. Now, I don't know how Joan got my email address. I don't know how she knew that I was working at a corporate building across the street from this spa, but God knew. And so I got the email, signed up, went in, I got the free pedicure. When I had the free pedicure, God was now giving me a visual. So if you think about Abraham, he said, if you go, so he took him outside at night and he said, look in the sky. I want you to try to count the stars. So shall your seed be. And then in the daytime, he told Abraham, okay, I need you to go outside and try to count the grains of sand. So shall your descendants be. And so basically what he was doing was giving Abraham a visual for what he was going to be, which was the father of many nations. So what he was doing for me was showing me that yes, there are people that are nail techs that look like you, number one, and that do it in a very upscale way. And so he gave me a visual because I had never had, like I said, a manicure or pedicure. So I wasn't a girly girl. I'm still not. And so I wasn't someone who did that. I have nothing against that. I offer those services. I'm just saying that when God wants you to do something, He's going to give you a visual for it. So make sure you look for that visual. So He will give you a visual for the thing. So I went and I had the pedicure. Then I continued to sign up to get the free pedicures or the free manicures whenever they needed models to train new employees. At that time, I met a woman named Tracy. And Tracy was a beautiful woman. And she was someone who I asked about because she was managing that nail department and she was a trainer. And I asked her about becoming a nail tech. And she said, well, you need to go to school for that. And I thought, I'm not going to school for this. Who in the world goes to school to do nails? I didn't know there was a licensed profession. I had no idea. So after a while, I still couldn't forget the dream, so I decided, all right, I'm gonna look into some schools. And that was my way of fleecing God. I was like, okay, I'm gonna look at these schools, and this is gonna be, God is gonna just leave me alone once I go see the schools. So I went to view one of the schools. It happened to be within 3 miles of my home, which was interesting because it was the only nail school in the entire state. And it happened to be 3 miles from my home. Remember, keep that in mind. When things are starting to line up, when doors are opening, that is God speaking to you. He's saying, okay, I'm making this easy for you. And so I drove to this nail school. I did the tour. I talked with the owner who, it was passed down to him. His name was Brent. And he told me how much it would be. It was roughly about $6,000 or $7,000. Probably more for the whole thing. At the time, I was 29, and I thought, I don't have that. I had just gotten out of a divorce. I had just moved out into my own place. I had my daughter. I was a single mom, and I just didn't have the $7,000 cash, and there's no way they were going to give me a loan for it either. And so I don't know. That's my dog out there acting crazy. And so I figured that they aren't going to give me a loan for that either. So Lord, I did it. That's it. And so that was me fleecing God. You know the way you fleece God. Well, in order for me to do it, Black Cat has to walk across the path and blah, 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 blah. So you come up with all these impossible things because you don't think God can do it. You think that God's hand is short. You think that there is no way God himself, the creator of the universe, created the universe in 6 days, he can't do it. That's what you think. And that's what I thought. And I thought there is no way that he's going to have me to go to nail school because I just simply cannot do it. I can't afford it. So because I was looking at my own finances, I was looking at my own way, and I was doing things in my own right. And so I said to the Lord, all right, I'll go to nail school, but I have to go full time. I have to still be able to be getting paid. I have to get out. And as soon as I get out of there, I have to have a job that has benefits and that I have full-time status, and like I said, all these impossible things, knowing that the beauty industry, they don't normally have benefits. What are the chances of me being paid hourly? Like I said, all these things that I thought, God, there is no way he's going to be able to do it, and I would have to go full-time, and it would have to be debt-free. Those were two of my things that I said. Okay, so keep that in mind. I needed to be able to go full-time, and I needed to be able to go debt-free. All right, I'll see you in the next video.